Yeah, look, it was good to be able to trial the pink balls under lights here out in the middle and just get a little bit of an idea of how it's sort of going to behave under lights when we get into the game. So a bit early to tell. It's obviously going to take a little while for the guys to adjust, but I guess we'll know a little bit more after these 4 days and nights.
Initially, going with the bat, how did it look?
Yeah, not too bad. A little bit of swing and not too bad to pick up out of the bowler's hands. So that's obviously a positive sign. But again, 20 overs or 30 overs under lights in that condition, we'll just have to wait and see until we know over the 4 days how it sort of behaves.
Any idea how it affected the bowlers?
No, the bowlers look like they controlled the ball pretty well last night, so I don't think they'll have too many issues. Again, it's just about adapting as quickly as we can.
In terms of like characteristics of the ball, like the hardness of the seam and how hard the ball stays, all this sort of stuff, is it similar to how the red ball goes?
Yeah, it stayed in shape really well, and it was still sort of riding on it after 10 or 12 overs being used. So and we once we got a bit of shine into it, it came up really well. So again, like that was just for 20 overs. Whether a 60 overall ball will do that, we'll have to wait and see.
Are you excited to play day-night shield cricket?
Oh yeah, look, it's different, isn't it? So it's going to really be interesting. Obviously, it's important these trials and into whether or not day-night Test cricket can be played. So we understand why the trials are being used, and yeah, look, it's going to be the same for everyone, obviously, this round. So yeah, it's going to be exciting, and we'll just see how it goes.
Did you have an experience back? Obviously, we were playing shield cricket back in the mid-1990s, but did you have an experience with the orange and yellow balls when they were using them back? Did you watch as a spectator or anything like that?
Yeah, as a player, no, but I remember I think we were in Adelaide for an under-19s carnival a little while ago now, and WA played a day-night shield game at Adelaide Oval with the orange ball, so I distinctly remember that, and I think they swung around a fair bit. But going on what I saw last night, hopefully these balls will behave fairly similar to a red ball.
You expect it to be a bit more successful than back then, I guess, with the pink ball rather than the orange and the yellows? Yeah,
well, hopefully. Again, it's a bit of an unknown, so hopefully by the end of the game in Brisbane we'll be able to tell you a bit more.
In terms of, if you talk to the boys about, it's different conditions all round, are you preparing for it any differently other than the different training sessions?
No, not really. Obviously, yeah, different ball, but no, look, I think if you watched any of our session last night, probably the batsmen were a little bit hesitant to start with and maybe expecting something that wasn't quite there. So I think once we adapt to that and get used to what the ball actually does and then just get back to what we normally do in a shield game, I don't think the mindset changes at all.
Does the mindset change given top of the table?
Look, it's a great place to be at the moment, and we understand how important these next couple of weeks are, and just sort of trying to stress to the guys that look, there'll be a lot of pressure over the next couple of weeks, but it could also be the best 3 weeks of our lives. So that's the attitude we're taking over to Brisbane. We've got a really good record over there, and we've been playing some really good cricket, so we'll take a lot of confidence over there.
Any different vibe in the change room?
I think the vibe's been really good for most of the year. I think there's a real buzz around the place at the moment. I think that carries on from what we did during the Big Bash, and you can just feel the energy around the place, from the players to the backroom staff to everyone who works here. So it's a great place to be at the moment, and we'll hopefully take that away with us.